there's something happening. And I'm seeing crows, hawks, like birds specifically. Trains are very significant as well for this collective. But there's something happening. There's a shift that is happening that is integrating within you. Yeah, you might be waking up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. You might be having nightmares or inability to go back to bed. You might be having weird dreams. And I'm hearing traveling, like in your dreams, you're traveling. In your dreams, you're shifting, you're doing things. And this leaves you during the day to be very tired. And the last full moon that we had might have been very significant here for you, for this collective. This last full moon might have integrated something within you, might have integrated something within your crown chakra specifically, because I'm feeling it tingle. And I'm hearing like antenna. It's like there's information that's coming here. You might be facing a lot of old projections, a lot of old fears. You're being called more and more into your alignment, and you're being called more and more into your aligned vision and aligned desired reality. You feel it. You're being pulled towards it more and more. Your mind goes there more and more. Your body feels like going there more and more. But again, there's this feeling of exhaustion. It's as if like the closer that you get to this feeling of alignment, the more that your body shuts down. Interesting. It's as if like the closer that you get to your desired timeline, the more your body shuts down. But it's not because it's bad, but it's because your nervous system feels so safe in that aligned space that it just wants to sleep. It just wants to kind of like lay down and rest. It's as if like your eyes, your pupils are like, they're very heavy. And this is where like the disconnect is. It's as if like you feel so energized in the old timeline, but so tired in the new timeline. It's like, and this might be fucking up a little bit with your mind, because every time that you try to think for the new timeline, or every time you try to prepare for the new timeline, it's as if like it's taking a lot out of you to be able to take, like you have, for example, one document that you need to sign for the new timeline, you do it, and then you're tired for the rest of the day. Whereas in the old timeline, everything that you do in the old timeline, when you're in the environment of the old timeline, you feel very energized, you feel very ready to go. It's as if the fire is there, as if it's not that the spark is there, but it's just that the fire is there, the movement is there. But I'm hearing it's because you're done with that timeline. You're done, therefore you're ready to kind of like launch forward. You're so much closer than you think. Yeah, you're so much closer than you think to the timeline of your dreams, to the materialization of your dreams. Yeah. Right now, it's so important to, like, I'm hearing it's so important for you to just be silly. It's important for you to just be silly, to just be with your own energy, to just have fun, to enjoy yourself as much as possible, because that's the timeline that you're going to be in. And you might feel yourself being more and more silly. Like I'm literally seeing like the little air buns here, like the air buns or whatever, space alien buns, whatever the fuck it's called. Like those, like maybe you're being called to play around with your wardrobe, play around with your hair, play around with your makeup, play around with your friends, like whatever it is. Like maybe even with your sex life. Some of you guys, like maybe I'm seeing handcuffs. Like maybe get them handcuffs out. Maybe get that whip out. You know. Yeah, because I'm getting an image of flashbacks that I shouldn't be having. But yeah, I'm like a whip. Maybe there's a whip, something like I'm seeing someone running after someone else, like with a whip. So like it's playful energy that's coming out here. But it's because you're in the new timeline, you're going to have so much more space to have fun and so much more space to enjoy life, because the entirety of the space that you have within you is not going to be filled with overthinking. Right now, when you're thinking about the future is when the old projections come in. When you're thinking about the future is when the old projections come in. When you're thinking about the future is the moment when the ego kicks in and starts overthinking. That's why it's so important for you to just be in the present moment as much as possible and lean into the present moment with fun, with enjoyment, with pleasure. And this is how this opportunity from God is what I'm hearing here. But you are God. So it's this opportunity from yourself that is coming in, 444. These financial blessings that are going to be coming in, that is going to really change your life around. It's going to feel like you're like, maybe you felt like you ran out of luck, or you felt like the last, like I'm seeing the last 8 months to 16 months. So like the last 8 to 16 months, maybe you felt like your luck was running out. You felt like everything was kind of like crumbling. Maybe you're finishing your Saturn return where you're seeing and you're realizing it's like maybe your money is tight, or you're like, there's a lot of here about finances, a lot here about career, about finances. Because you're trusting yourself, you're trusting your energy, you're trusting your light, and you're working differently. There's a lot of pentacle energy here. So this is career, this is management, is what I'm hearing here. The way that you approach work, the way that you approach hustle, the way that you approach money in general. Literally. Abundance, variety, and happiness are making their way into your life. The time of harvest has arrived. It's right now. And that's what I mean. I feel like, again, just to go back, because you see there's so much energy. It's like, the tism is tizzing. But in this new space, this is what I mean. It's like you're going to have so much room to play. You're going to have so much room to have fun. You're going to have so much room to create, because you're not going to create from scarcity. You've learned how to create from scarcity already. And even through scarcity, it's as if like you were in a little bit of a box, and you were asked to create in that box. And even in that small box, you were able to create something huge. Now just wait to see yourself how you're going to be able to create when it's all free, when you're in a huge space. That's kind of like the energy here. It's like you've been able to create with little, and now you're about to create with a lot. And I feel like you're sick of being strong. You're sick of being in the whoop of strength. You're sick of doing things by yourself, of needing to be creative in lack. Like, that's the energy. It's like you're sick of seeing the positive in the negative, basically. So you might be right now in an energy where you're not engaging in anything that has a foundation of lack. So let's say that you want to start a project. You're not starting that project as long as you don't have the money that you want to be able to start that project. Do I have something in my teeth? You want to go on a trip. You're not going on that trip unless you're flying first class or private. You're like, you get what I mean? It's as if like you're no longer taking action if it's going to require you to move from lack and to be creative in lack. You're no longer moving in action in a place that is going to create even more lack. So maybe like you feel like spending a little bit of money or spending a lot of money, and in the past you would have been like, yeah, that's fine, I'll be creative to be able to get that money back. Now you're like, no, like I'm investing in my future. Yeah. And you have the 10 of Cups. Oh, interesting. I threw it up because I was like, is it going to be in reverse? And it is in reverse. But you have the Empress. But with the 10 of Cups in reverse and the Empress, I feel like you found that fulfillment within you. That's why, like, also you're no longer engaging in false hustle. You're no longer engaging in hustle and in action that is going to bring you a sense of validation or a sense of fulfillment on the outside based off of what it is that you do on the outside. Because in the past, you gave in to lack and you gave in to scarcity because it brought you a feeling of fulfillment. It made you feel like the Empress. So you were spending your money, you were investing in things that were not necessarily good, that were creating a lot of lack, or you were just keeping yourself busy. It's like a busy work. You were giving into busy work because it made you feel fulfilled, because it made you feel like at least there was a little bit of money that was coming in, because at least you were seeing results in the 3D and it made you feel more fulfilled. But now you found this wholeness and this completeness within you where you don't need to do in the 3D. And that's why it feels like you're not taking action, because you're really not. You're not taking action in the old mindset. You're letting the old shed. You're letting the old mindset of like moving from lack shed completely. You're no longer creating from lack. You really want stability. That's what you're manifesting. That's what you're bringing in, is stability. Woo, this reading, there's so much energy in it. We're going to expand it. Hold on. But I feel like you're waiting for a breakthrough. You're waiting for some information. You're waiting for something to come in to allow you to step forward, to no longer feel like you're in separation, to no longer feel like you're separate from your desires. Because I feel like this lack of materialization of your manifestation right now is what is creating a lot of discontentment and what is creating a lot of doubt as well within you. That's the only thing. And that's the thing, you're not in a space right now where you want to hear what it is that you're doing wrong, or where you want to hear what you need to do, because doing right now for this collective is all part of the old mindset. So you're forcing yourself to ground, you're forcing yourself to do nothing, you're forcing yourself to feel the separation that you're feeling right now, to feel the discontentment, to feel the emptiness, to feel, it's like, because you're feeling the emptiness through the ego, but you're feeling the wholeness of the new. So it's like you're really in between right now. And that's why like the actions that you take need to be very aligned. They cannot come from fear. And you need to break the patterns, is what I'm hearing. You need to break the patterns of the way that you take action. So like in the past couple of months, you've been taking certain actions that were repeating certain patterns. Like I can't get specific. If you want a specific reading, the link is in my bio for that. Yeah, literally you have voyage and you have adventure. Literally you're heading on a completely new voyage. You're heading on a completely new timeline. And that's what I mean, like you're breaking patterns you've had over the last couple of months. You've been taking certain actions that were reinforcing certain patterns. And now every single action that you take, every single thought that you have is breaking the patterns. And it's bringing you truly into a new adventure. Like there's movement here, moving, like you might be physically moving, changing countries. I'm seeing visas. I'm seeing like opportunities to be able to leave the comfort of your own home, to leave the comfort of the old timeline. And that's why you feel like you have so much energy in the old timeline, like in your old environment. You have so much energy there because you feel in the old timeline, you feel the excitement of the new. Whereas when you're in the new environment or close to the new environment, you feel the exhaustion because you're already in the end. You get what I mean? So it's like you feel the excitement, you're about to be going on a trip. So you feel the excitement of going on the trip, but then when you live from the end, you're tired because you've already gotten to the trip. And it's like you've had 24 hours of trip. You know, like when you're going with the plane and you have like 24 hours of like packing and everything, you get there, you're tired. The first day that you get to the country of your destination, you're tired. You just want to sleep. You go to the beach, you don't do nothing, right? Like you're not visiting. And if you are, you're exhausted while you're doing it. So that's kind of like the energy. You're in between where you're living the excitement of the old because you're leaving it, and you're feeling the nervous system shutting down, but calming down of the end. So you're oscillating between living in the end and leaving the old. Your heart is opening. Your heart is opening. Tell me more about this voyage and adventure, please, for this collective. Tell me more about this adventure that they're heading on. Love yourself just as you are. You're amazing. And by opening yourself up to all of your different lives, you will become the sum of them. Interesting. I am the light in the darkness. I will guide you back to divine love. All lower energy must bow before my power. You see, that's it. I feel like you're leaving the life of lack, including the lack of self-love. You're leaving behind the timeline where maybe you were a little bit depresso. Maybe you were a little bit anxious. Maybe you were isolated. Maybe you felt, it's as if like seasonal depression kind of like left your body before this season itself kind of like left. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Like you're about to experience a life truly from a foundation of self-love. Literally, the time for the highest divine love has now come. Be open and gentle in every single situation. Like there's so much love energy here. Some of you guys might be meeting someone or getting to the next level in your relationship. And there's a lot here about accepting both your darkness and your light. It's accepting that you have both within you. Both divine feminine, both divine masculine. 444 again here on the time. It's accepting that you are everything. It's like you're approaching this new adventure, you're approaching this new timeline, understanding that you have your shadow, understanding that you have your ego, understanding that you have all versions of yourself, loving absolutely your entire story, loving everything that you are, and moving forward from that perspective. You're no longer hiding, wow, you're no longer hiding yourself. That's the difference here. And again, this is where the lack, it's like you're no longer keeping yourself in a box and trying to expand your energy in that box, just like you were getting creative in lack and trying to make money from a small box. No, it's like you're expanding your energy, you're expanding your space. So it's like you have more space. Your energy has more space inside of you to be able to explore, to be able to exist, because you're allowing all of it to exist. You're not hiding any part of you. You're not hiding your likes, your dislikes, your weirdness, your quirks. You're not hiding anything. Free yourself from lies and deception and live in your truth. Shine in your own light. Other people's truth are no use to you. And that's literally it. That's what I've been telling you guys forever. Other people are just projections in your reality. What they think of you does not matter because they don't have consciousness. They don't exist. And that's the energy. The other people don't exist. Other people's perception of you don't exist. And I feel like you finally understood that. You're finally understanding that how other people see you or think of you, it doesn't matter. Like some of you guys might have just kind of like given up on trying to receive the approval of other people, of your parents, of the society, of whatever. Like you're really doing whatever the fuck you want. You're doing whatever the fuck you want, what is important for you, not for other people. You don't care what other people think. You're letting yourself shine fully, like as yourself, in all of your weirdness. Yeah, literally wisdom and passage. I feel like you've gained so much wisdom in this last chapter of your life. And you've acquired so much wisdom, and now it's time for you to allow the wisdom to do its work in the background. That's why your dreams are very significant, because you're traveling. In your dreams, the wisdom that you've acquired is doing its thing. Maybe in your dreams, you're dreaming about certain exes, or you're dreaming about certain people that hurt you in the past, about certain people that you put on a pedestal, and you're traveling with them, or maybe you're separating yourself from them, or whatever it is. It's like there's something here about, I'm going to do a second reading for that. I'm going to do a part 2 for that, because there's something here about an energy coming back. But anyways, I'm going to leave this at here. Patreon is linked in my bio if you want more information on that. Readings are all on my link to whatever. And yeah.